Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So Dirty Harry strikes again. You know, he really is trying hard, guys, to get the Son of the Year award. He just won't be happy until he gets a few more kicks and jabs in at his family, and until he runs one of those red double-decker red buses that you see in London over his father a few more times. You know, we do have a couple weeks left of 2021, so I'm sure there's going to be a few more jabs he's going to make at the royal family. So let's give him a break. He's got a couple more weeks, right? So poor Harry, you know, walking around with his crystal ball, giving all of these psychic predictions and warnings to people, but nobody listens to him. He must feel so unwanted, so unloved. Poor Harry. You know, back in the day when he told the president of Twitter the day before the January 6th riot happened on Capitol Hill that his platform was, you know, making it easy for a coup to happen, but nobody listened, and the CEO didn't return his phone calls. Well, apparently he warned his father, Prince Charles, back in 2015 that this Saudi businessman who was donating close to $1.5 million to the Prince Foundation was an unsavory character and you shouldn't take his money, Daddy. Don't listen to him, Daddy. Listen to me. I'm Psychic Harry. Well, apparently Prince Charles did not take the heeding of his son and awarded this Saudi businessman back in 2016 the CBE Award. Now, if you don't know what this award is, it's under a knighthood, but not really a knighthood. It is a very high honor, one of the highest honors that you can give someone who is not from the Commonwealth. Now, this is called the Commander of the Order of the British Empire. This is given at a national level or a leading role at a regional level. You can also get one for a distinguished, innovative contribution to any area. So giving large sums of money to charities, I guess, would grant you this CBE award. Now, Harry is calling it the CBE scandal. Kind of the cash for access scandal. This does remind me of the scandal that happened back in 2010 where Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, was caught on camera on, you know, an undercover sting where she was going to grant people access to Prince Andrew for £500,000, which is equal to over $700,000. Now, consequently, this video and that sting operation was the reason why Fergie was not invited to William and Kate's wedding in 2011. And she pretty much has not lived down the scandal, even though it's been over 10 years. Many people are still calling Fergie the Duchess of Debt because she tends to rack up a lot of debt. So this is kind of reminding me of that story, but somehow there was some kind of investigation that happened with the Prince Foundation that was brought to light in September of this year. Now, when the scandal erupted, Michael Fawcett, who is the executor in charge of the Prince Foundation, stepped down because he was the one who was mainly colluding with the so-called fixers to get this Saudi billionaire access to the royal family, to get him high honors and awards in regards to large sums of donations made to the Prince Foundation. Now, if you don't know, the Prince Foundation is actually housed in Scotland, and the Prince's Foundation is an umbrella organization for a number of Charles's charitable projects. It is based at the historic Dumfries House estate in Scotland, which is used as the Center for Education and Training, Charitable, Sustainable Living. Now, Fawcett had been the chief executive of the charity since 2018, and according to the PA Media News Agency, it is operated separately from Prince Charles's main office at Clarence House. Now, Prince Charles has known Fawcett since 1981. This gentleman has worked in a variety of roles, but back in 2003, the royal aide resigned from Charles's service following allegations of mismanagement of his royal household. A reporter later cleared Fawcett of selling unwanted royal gifts and taking a cut of the profit. However, he was found to have bent rules and accepted perks and hospitality. Now, he did come back and join the Princess Foundation a few years later and had been working with the prince ever since. Now, Michael Fawcett, as we know, they're saying he's the one who colluded and arranged for people to get on the calendar, help people with the applications, and that Prince Charles is not being implicated as being a guilty party in this scandal. But for Prince Harry to say, oh, I warned you, Daddy, you didn't take my advice, it's all your fault now that we're having this scandal. I told you a whole year before you gave him the CBE award. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your father? He's been cooperating with the police. The police said he is not being investigated. He is cooperating. He is leading the investigation to make sure his charitable organizations are on the up and up. You know, Prince Charles is a man of integrity. He is not in the office. He does not know the daily going on of his staff. Clearly, it's in a completely separate country and house. You know, Charles has many, many things that he does. He's the future king of England, for goodness sakes. So he trusted this man, Michael Fawcett, to run this organization. Unfortunately, this man apparently is not very trustworthy. You know, his past is creeping up once again. So now Michael Fawcett has stepped down from his post, completely leaving the organization. There's a huge investigation happening. But here's the kicker. Prince Harry was found to have taken money from this Saudi businessman back in 2013 and 2014 for his Sentebale charity to the tune of $60,000. I find that very suspicious. I find that really funny that Prince Harry, who all of a sudden in 2015, a good year or two after he accepted $60,000 to his charities from the same Saudi businessman, all of a sudden woke up one day, had this psychic epiphany that this gentleman is unsavory and they need to cut ties with him. I find this highly suspicious as there's no record of Prince Harry letting anyone know of this businessman. Who did he tell? He gives very vague details on who he reported this gentleman to. So a lot of people are kind of calling BS on this. You know, Harry's trying to save face because he was in fact colluding with this businessman well before this businessman went to the Prince Charles Foundation in 2016 and was awarded the CBE by his father. So everyone's calling him Hypocrite Harry once again. You know, this is the same gentleman who is okay with his wife wearing that beautiful pink diamond pinky ring that was gifted to her by a Saudi prince who has been connected to a few, unliving events for some people, if you catch what I'm saying. So he's okay with that blood diamond on his wife's pinky, but he's going to go and criticize his father now, throw him under the bus for him awarding this gentleman money for donating to his charity, for not knowing what this gentleman supposedly was trying to do. Now, what this businessman is accused of doing is trying to earn what's known as a golden visa. He's basically saying, I'm going to donate X amount of dollars to your organization in exchange for you giving me a couple of British high honors so I can become a British citizen and get this golden visa. basically you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of thing. So somehow it came to light that he was doing this and working with Michael Fawcett and these middlemen fixers to secure contact with the royals and to get these royal orders. So now there's an ongoing investigation, but Charles is not involved or associated with that. But the fact that Harry threw his father under the bus is what's making people extremely upset, especially since he himself had taken $60,000. So, what are your thoughts on Harry throwing his father under the bus? Do you think he's being hypocrite Harry? Do you think he needs to cough up the 60,000? Maybe show, where did the money go, Harry? Did it really go to your charity, or did it go in your back pocket? Leave your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. Please help me out by sharing, and subscribing. I'm trying to reach 5,000 followers by the end of the year. And if we get to 5,000 followers and subscribers, I would like to do a big giveaway. So if you know someone who would appreciate my content, please send it their way and help me reach 5,000 followers by the end of the year so we can start 2022 off on the right foot and have a huge celebration and giveaway. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, and have an awesome and blessed day.